Hi guys, welcome to the Wilderness Twins. I'm Gordon. I'm just going to make a short video just now. This is a part of a challenge that's going on YouTube, mainly between others people that's into wilderness and prepping and all that sort of stuff and like to get out into the woods, etc. And they like people that like to have equipment and test it and etc. for being able to go out into the woods and survival and hiking or camping or whatever what you like to do. So Prepared Minded 101, you can go and check the YouTube channel. I'll put a little link to it down here of what the challenge is. It's a two-part challenge. First part of it that he made this video is basically having it's a £10 of equipment that you can take with you as an emergency type situation that you've maybe got in your truck or whatever. Most of us carry more than that in the normal circumstances if we're going out. I know I carry more than that in the bag as an emergency bag. I have wool blankets, etc., that I carry with me at all times in case you break down or something. But anyway, this is a similar sort of situation that you've maybe broken down or whatever, but you're going to spend one night in the woods with this equipment that you choose. So once I've shown you all the equipment, it's bagged up and that's it. So part of the rules is that it has to be at 0 degrees centigrade, Celsius rather, or 32 degrees Fahrenheit, for depending on what method you use. It doesn't really matter, but it's at 0 degrees, so it's at freezing point basically. You have to be able to show this, but I know I have a crappy little phone, but anyway, I'll be able to do it. My truck has how cold it is, etc. So I'll be able to prove the temperature that we're going out at. You're not allowed to have any kind of sleep system, blankets, sleeping bags, etc. You can take these as a backup. So if you tap out and say, look, this is way too cold, I won't be doing that, because where I'm actually going to be doing this challenge is where I go hunting, and it's literally 3 miles from my house. So worst case scenario, I get up, jump in the truck, I'm back home in 5 minutes. Then that's me nice and warm again, hot cup of tea, hot shower, whatever you want to do, warm yourself up if you're that cold. You're just allowed to have the equipment and what you have on your back, so your normal clothes that you wear. I'm going to be doing this challenge on Sunday, this Sunday coming, so this is Monday the 14th, so Sunday the 20th I'm going to be doing this challenge. I work weekend shift. I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so I'm doing this, and it's all purely because of the weather. This weekend it's dipped down to freezing point again, and then the fall after that it's coming back up again. So it looks like we're going to have a green Christmas round here this year, first time in a long time. Anyway, so it's as I say, real strange thing. So anyway, apart from that, it's me waffling on. So what I'll show you, I'll just reposition the camera a bit. I'm going to lift up the equipment I've got to prove that it's £10, and then we'll go through what I'm taking and what's going to be in a bag. Okay, right. So here's my equipment. I'm not using a backpack or anything like that. I've just got a dry sack. I've got that's my hunting cushion and a roll mat. So let me just show you the weight. Make sure you can see if I can zoom in a little bit. Does that actually show there? So there you go. So it's exactly £10 of the equipment. Okay, so let me zoom back. And right, and let me just start to go down the equipment and see what we've actually got. So let me reposition this down onto the floor, and we'll go over exactly what I'm going to be taking out with me on the one night. Right, so as I say, I've got my hunting cushion. This I can't remember what is it. Thermarest, or no, it's not Thermarest. It's a Thermoseat, which is great. It's not a Thermarest. Thermoseat. It compacts to about 3 inches. This is the best buy I ever made for my hunting stuff. So I can sit on this for hours and hours and hours, even if it's freezing cold. My backside does not get cold. It's great. Now why I'm taking this is 2 reasons. I'm going to be using this to be able to just sit down on it and sit around the campfire. Second reason, I'm going to use this as my pillow, so at least my head is going to be nice and warm pressing against that. Just a cheap roll mat. It's about 1/2 inch thick. I love this. It's not. Is it the best quality? No, it's just a foam thing. It's just a basic one. I've got 2. These are actually dog collars I got from the dollar store. It clips it. You can then clip on. That clips onto a backpack or whatever. But great way of carrying your bag. Now, so this is my main bag. So this is just a North 49 dry bag. It's 20 litre dry sack. Is it, once again, yeah, like we're not made of money, so I'm not going to buy really expensive stuff, but it's a great way of keeping these stuff all together. So anyway, so first things first, gonna have a couple of packs of hand warmers. 2 reasons. Obviously keeps your hands warm, and then it can keep your feet warm, or you can put it in your pockets if you want to keep your bits warm as well. A Hank paracord, that's probably about 20 feet or so. This is basically just going to be for the ridge line for putting up I haven't exactly decided what the best method of sleeping in, but I have to decide pretty soon. I might go out this week and just check this out and then see what the best way, because when I go out this weekend from work, I'll have just finished off a 14-hour work day. I work from basically 5 in the morning till 7 PM at night. And I'm going to go straight from work straight out, so it's going to be pitch black when I get there. My tarp is a DD hammock tarp. It's a 3 metre square, which is basically 10 metres. That's a brilliant tarp. I would say anybody go and get it. Unless you want to go and buy a really expensive cotton tarp, this is probably one of your best ones. Well, personally, I love it. It's not cheap, but it's Grand Trunk. This hammock. This is just the ultralight hammock. Never actually used it because it is actually, I bought this for my wife. So I got the Grand Trunk Skeeter Beater Pro, which once again it's on. I did another review on that. They're great hammocks. So I bought my wife this one. I bought that for her Christmas last year. She's never used it, so I'm going to use it this year. For sleeping, everybody's got these. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably use zip ties to tie it together on the grommets, and I'm going to use it like a sleeping bag. I had thought about these emergency bivvies, which I did buy one. I got one on sale. Got one for about $10. But I've seen plenty of reviews now. And one of the guys that have just finished this, Saskatoon, I can't remember his full YouTube names, but he's just finished his, and he took one and he said it was the worst thing he ever did because you get wet in the middle of the night, it doesn't breathe, so I'm going to go against that idea. Myla, now this is actually a tube. It's an emergency shelter that you can put up as like an A-frame and sleep inside of it. But if anybody's watched my winter camping from last year, which I had the hammock, I put up the hammock and then I pull this over me, so you're like an oven roasting turkey. And it was -23 last year. Fair enough. I did have a good sleeping bag with me. I had it's 13 sleeping bag, but it was -23 and I slept all night. I've got my Corona saw. Great saw. I absolutely love this. They're razor sharp, nice big teeth, nice big blade. I'd take this everywhere with me. You can cut loads of things. Now, I thought about taking the hatchet and all that sort of stuff, but I thought, nah, take the saw and then that's it. And then for sleep at night, my feet, these are great for winter camping. These are actually insides of a pair of old boots, winter boots I had. The boots were done. I had started getting some leaks in them. So I took the inners out, so it's pointless throwing out good quality equipment just because. And I've put on a pair of thick, now they're thermal socks, they're not wool socks, I think they're part wool, but they're thermal as the manufacturer classes them. But them together, I always wear wool socks to work with my working boots anyway, which I'll be wearing in that night. I'll just keep my working boots on. I won't have any special winter boots as such. I'll just have leather boots with the steel toe, etc, etc. So that'll take my boots off, wear these at night, and my feet, fingers crossed, should be okay. So let me just readjust this again. I know it's a pain in the butt, but let's do that. Right, so now that I've got my kit all done, that's £10 of kit that I'll be sleeping in or whatever, so I can decide if I'm going to use the hammock or if I'm going to be lying on the floor. I'll decide that when I actually get there, because it will be pitch black when I get there, so I won't be able to see too much on the ground, etc. So that's why I'm leaning more towards just the hammock, string it up, tarp over you, done. I'm going to obviously carry my EDC kit, my everyday carry kit. Now this is part of the kit that I use all the time. Every time I go camping, hunting, even obviously at work actually, I carry this. This is my flashlight that I use for work. I need to see the castings at work. But I made this pouch. Now you can go on to, if you go on the Wilderness Twins YouTube channel and scroll down into the videos, you'll actually see what's in the kit. I'm not going to open up the tins and tell you exactly what it is, but I've got two Altoids tins, which are great. I like Altoids tins. I like the sweets anyway. But one's a first aid kit, one's an emergency fire kit, which has a basic a small lighter, some matches, some cotton buds, etc, etc. We all have those kind of things, but I keep them in the smallest things, and that's on my belt all the time, every time I go out. So that's my EDC. Also, when I go out, when I'm hunting or camping or whatever, instead of always having hatchets and this, that, and the next thing, carry a set of pruners. Especially when I go out hunting, because obviously if I'm in an area, I get settled down. I can trim off branches for my shooting lanes. Make sure that there's nothing in my way when I get started. But they're great. I would keep a pair of them in your pocket when you're out, depending on what kind of jacket you've got. But I mean, if you've got pockets, extra pockets, you can put them in. Take a pair of pruners when you go out camping. You'd be surprised how often you use them. Fixed blade knives. Oh, well, I'm just going to go through. Anyway, one of my favourite knives. This is the Groom DB Russell knife. This is the number 2. Great knife, stainless steel, razor sharp. Only if you know how to sharpen your knife. Guys, learn how to sharpen your knife. It really will save your life. I've got Mora Light My Fire knife. That's another good one that I could take along with me as an emergency. Once I get razor sharp, I love Moras. Here's another couple of Moras that I always have 2 knives with me. Whether or not it's a pocket knife, neck knife, whatever. So there's another Mora. Once again, I made the leather sheath for it. But basically, it's just a nice small dinky knife. It's great it's actually one for whittling. Once it gets razor sharp, keeps an edge really well. You look after it, and it's fantastic. So it's a great knife to just string around your neck. This one's a bit more of a specialty knife. I actually bought this year for going hunting. Another Mora knife, nice small knife, sharp blade. But I don't know if you see right on the very end, you got a little ball that's soldered onto the end of it. This is one that I just use for hunting. Use it for skinning, actually. If I've got my deer hanging up, or if I'm going to be gutting it out or whatever, you can just stick it in, and it zips it up, takes off the skin, and because I'm still reasonably new at the hunting side of things, you don't dig your knife into the meat, etc. And that just zips it right open. It's great. I love it. I absolutely love it. I did my deer this year with that knife. Then my fixed blades that I tend to carry. This is more of one that I have on me if I'm hunting. This is my buck. Once again, I don't know what make and model it is. I know it's just a nice big knife. I've got big hands, so it's a nice comfortable knife. Skinner, obviously, with the shape of it. I would never use these knives for batoning. Never ever beat the hell out of a blade like that. No need for introductions. Obviously, Swiss Army knife. There's a myriad of Swiss Army knives. I think this one. I can't remember if it's Hunter or Camper or something like that. Anyway, it's got all the saws, yada 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 on it. Fantastic knives. This is the second one this is the first time I bought one. My one that I've had for close to 30 years is in my fishing bag. My brother bought that for my 21st birthday. Still great knife. The blade's smaller, thinner now because I've sharpened it that often over 30 years. Once you get used to a make and model and whatnot, it's hard to switch over to. If you like these Leathermans, you get used to it and you'll stick with that brand. That's why I like Moras, I like Swiss Army knives. What can I say? Now one knife, sometimes I carry this, just as a what the hell. But this is, I was on a forum a while back, and there was a guy asking for directions on like how do you sharpen knives and all that sort of stuff. And it's hard to, I mean, you can go into a book and tells you how to sharpen a knife, unless you're actually with somebody and showing them what to do. You can't teach somebody in a forum how to sharpen a knife. My suggestion is use one of these. Get yourself a box cutter. Now, is it a survival knife? No, not in general. No, it's not. What his problem is, he buys all these knives, they go blunt, because he battens them and all that sort of stuff. Can't sharpen it, chucks it in the door, goes and buys a new knife. Knives are expensive. They're ridiculously expensive at times, and people buy more and more and more. If you buy yourself a box cutter, you don't have to go and spend loads of money. That cost me something like $10. Now, obviously the handy part is, it gets blunt. You just take the blade out, switch it around, put it back in, and you've got a brand new sharp knife. Now, I could still skin a rabbit. I can go and cut all my rope, cut my meals, do feather sticks and all that sort of stuff with that. Can I pry? No, it's a thin blade. I mean, you can't pry anything, or you treat it as the tool it is. And the handy part about this particular one, it's got a section in it that I can carry five different blades in there, in different shapes and styles of whatever you want to do. Now, if you want to go down that track, it will save your life. If that's the only knife you've got and you know how to use it, and you use it for the tool you actually use, that can still save your life, because it's sharp. I'll say this again and again and again. A sharp knife is the only thing that you can have. If it's not sharp, and it's a pry bar, that's all. It's not a knife at that point. So these are great, because I mean, it comes with the belt loop thing at the back, and just sticks on your belt. It doesn't have to be in your pocket. You never know when you're going to use it. But for the people that don't know how to can't sharpen a knife, these are a great little tool to keep on you. And you get all sorts of shapes of blades that you can use for gut hooks and all that sort of stuff. I know that might be a bit controversial, but yeah, look, if I had no knife and I had that, I could still last the night, no problem whatsoever. So anyway, so what I'm obviously going to carry is my flashlight with a fire kit in it, my set of pruners, I always carry 2 knives if I'm going out. If I'm just potting around the house, and that's in my pocket all the time. I mean, all the time. So I always have a Swiss Army knife. I always keep it on me. Done. Knife of choice, and it's just a bog standard knife. Obviously, you've got the different tools on it, so I just need the one knife. But to prove tell you what, to prove a point, I'm going to take the box cutter. I might be doing some, not stupid, but to prove a point that you can survive a night with these tools, as well as being this £10 challenge, that I can get my fire started and all this sort of stuff, and I'm going to carry that. That's it. I'm not going to have a fixed blade knife. I'll have my pocket knife, and I'll have a box cutter, and that's it. So hopefully that's but I want to prove to people that if you've got a sharp knife is more important than a great big knife 10 inches long, that if it's blunt as hell, it's a piece of metal at that point. It doesn't matter. You have to have a sharp knife. Now that is a sharp knife all the time, because you can flip out the blades. Now I can go and buy a box of 50 blades for just a few dollars, and that's like having 50 knives, 100 knives, because you flip over the blade. So guys, if you don't know how to sharpen a blade, have at least one of those in your toolkit that you can, or carry in your truck or something. Be surprised what you can actually do with it. Right, so on that note, I'm going out, as I say, I'm going out on this Sunday, straight from work. I'm not taking any food with me, because I love eating during the day. I've been working for 14 hours. I will be tired. It's a long day, it's a long weekend with working 14-hour shifts. So I won't be doing any cooking and all that sort of stuff and searching for water or whatnot. I'm just doing the one night camping, 0 degrees. I will try to get a fire started. I'll be sleeping in a hammock, so 2 degrees. I'm not even bothered if I do get. I'm not bothered about getting a long fire and keep me going at night. I want to see what else I can do. I have my normal clothes on me that I have for my winter, going out in the winter, going from work to home. And at the end of the day, we can tap out. If it doesn't work, you put it down to experience. I've seen some of the videos. I saw one the other day, and the guy did Saskatoon something. Mate, did a great job. Okay, you tapped out. There's a good chance I'll tap out with the equipment that we've got. If that's that cold and we don't have the right equipment. But this is all a learning process. Do the stuff, learn it. That's the only way you learn. These backstreet, these guys that sit in their houses all the time and got all these equipment and all that sort of stuff and never try it, these are the ones that are going to suffer. If you know how to use your equipment and know how to use basic equipment, you will survive. Okay? So on that note, I love yous and leave yous, and I'll see you in a few days once I do the other video. Okay? Take care, guys.